The Social Security Administration just released new projections, and they're not pretty. By 2033, the trust fund that supports retirement benefits could actually be depleted, and that's 1 year earlier than we initially thought. Now, benefits aren't going to completely disappear, but they will get cut. So in this video, I'm going to break down what's going on and what it means for retirees and what you should be doing about it. And if you stay all the way until the end of the video, I'm going to tell you, in my opinion, when you should actually begin taking your Social Security benefits, whether it is as early as possible, at full retirement age, or as late as possible. All right, so on June 18th, 2025, the Social Security Administration updated all of its projections, and the big headline? It was that the Old Age and Survivors Insurance Trust Fund, which is the one that actually supports retirement benefits, is now projected to run dry by 2033. At that point, the program would only be able to pay out 77% of promised benefits. So let me be clear, Social Security is not going bankrupt, but if nothing changes, every single retiree is going to face an automatic 23% benefit cut across the board. Not fun by any means. Now look, there are 3 reasons why Social Security is facing this crisis. Number 1, we have an aging population. I mean, people are living longer, and that's a good thing. However, Social Security really wasn't set up to accommodate people who were retiring and then living for another 10, 20, 30 years. When Social Security came out in 1945, the average life expectancy of somebody was 62.9 years. You were eligible to receive your full Social Security benefit at age 65. So the issue today, and I don't know if this is an issue or not, it's at least an issue for Social Security. It's a good thing for all of us from a lifestyle standpoint. We're all living longer. And given the fact that Social Security benefits are paid until the second spouse passes away, Social Security today is expected to pay benefits out to 73% of people for 25 years until they're 90. That's one of the biggest issues. Number 2 is lower birth rates. Fewer workers are paying into the system to support all of those retirees who are living longer. When Social Security came out in 1945, there were 42 workers for every one retiree. So there were a ton of people paying in so that that one retiree could receive benefits. Big issue today is that by 2033, there's only going to be 2.3 workers for every one retiree. So lower birth rates today, more people congratulating themselves about being dinks on social media, dual income, no kids. That is one of the reasons that we are struggling from a Social Security standpoint, because Social Security only works as long as you have newer, younger, working age people paying in to support those people who are receiving benefits and pulling out once they're retired. The third thing is cost of living adjustments. These benefits, they're scheduled to rise according to inflation, which increases payouts. So obviously, in a high inflation year like we recently experienced, you're going to see a significant cost of living adjustment upward, which further depletes the trust fund that's been set aside for retirees. So what happens if Congress does nothing? Retirees in 2033, they will see an immediate 23% cut in benefits. So a retiree expecting $3,000 per month might receive $2,300 or so in benefits. I mean, we're talking about $7,500 to $8,000 less every single year in income. And it's not just future retirees, current retirees would be impacted too. The trust fund isn't some separate account. It's just a legal way of tracking all of those extra surplus payroll taxes that we've all paid in while working. Once it's empty, the only thing funding benefits is what actually comes in that year. So I just want to deal with the misconception that in 2033, when the Social Security Trust Fund is empty, that Social Security benefits go completely bye-bye. That's not the case, but it is also not going to feel good taking a 23% pay cut. Now we got to talk about who should be most concerned here. If you're over 60, you might dodge the worst of this. But if you're in your 40s or 50s, you may have some issues. So you need to pay attention. I mean, you need to take a look at your projected benefit, which very simply could be overstated, and realize that whatever that benefit statement says, it very possibly could come in well below that number. And that's actually, if you're over 60, same thing. You need to look at the potential for that benefit to be cut, at least beginning in 2033. You also need to make sure you're saving more money on your own. I mean, if we're talking about living just off Social Security benefits, obviously, if those benefits are 23% lower, that's going to negatively impact your retirement. So we need to make sure we are saving more money on the side to make up for that shortfall. And you need to understand that your full retirement age could increase. I mean, I've seen it go from 65 to 67, 70, 75, 80. These things are all on the horizon as potential age increases as these benefits get pushed out later and later and later to deal with the fact that we don't have as many people paying in and people are living longer. Now, this hits business owners, self-employed professionals, and high earners especially hard. Many already max out Social Security taxes, but they're going to see shrinking, if not zero benefits in return. If you're in your 40s, 50s, or even early 60s, and you're planning for retirement based on outdated Social Security numbers, you need to update your financial plan. You really need to run a stress test to see what does your financial plan look like if Social Security benefits in 2033 and beyond are cut by at least 23%. Now, at the beginning of this video, I promised you that I would give you my personal opinion on when you should take your Social Security benefits. A lot of different people out there with different opinions. Some say you should wait until you're 70 so your benefits keep growing. I believe the exact opposite. I think you should take your benefits as soon as possible, considering you are no longer working. If you take the benefits while you're working and you're younger than full retirement age, you're going to actually have to give back some of your Social Security benefits. So it just wouldn't make sense. But if you are no longer working, you should turn on your benefits immediately. If you think about it, if you're receiving, let's say, $30,000, $40,000 a year in Social Security benefits for an additional 5 or so years before you would wait until 70 to turn on the elevated benefit, that's $30,000 or $40,000 a year that you don't have to pull out of your investment portfolio. You can allow that to continue to grow. And beyond that, what if you wait until you're 70 to turn on your benefits and, God forbid, you only make it until you're 71 or 72? You gave up all those potential years of that Social Security income, and then it all goes bye-bye. You got nothing in return. And beyond that, you depleted your retirement portfolio along the way. So everything is based on your specific situation, but 9 times out of 10, when I'm working with clients, I believe they should take their Social Security benefits as early as possible. Now look, subscribe to this channel, like this video. This will give you the opportunity to get some real-world retirement strategy, advice, and examples, not just political headlines. We're going to cover it all: retirement strategies, the economy, whatever's happening, whatever matters for your money, we're going to be talking about it. And if you want help stress testing your retirement income strategy, DM me the word retire and I will reach out.